guys, welcome back to the Imaxit football channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're an avid fan of the channel, keep on doing that great work because that is what keep the channel alive. So, anyways, as you can see by the title, Reggae Girlz still searching for a fix. We will detail that because that's what we saw written in the Observer. Because obviously, Reggae Girlz lost the second installment against Paraguay yesterday, and we had a lot of things to say, and we had a lot of things to say from before, and all of those things are in the headline. So, am I a prophet? Let me know, because people called me out when I've said all of those things day before yesterday and the day before. So we're gonna play the interview from Miss Shaw, and she's asking similar questions. The personals dissecting the football similar to how we're actually doing it live. That's also what we have to deal with as well. And then definitely the Dacosta Cup games coming up to try and get on the same page as the Manning Cup, which should be the semi-finals at this point. So we're gonna detail some of those teams and give some predictions as well. So as you come in, guys, make sure to give your take. Happy Mondays for you guys. Hope all is well with you and your family. We have Data Championship top prize here, said Laugh Out Loud City look a fix after Brentford sting them. Okay, trying to divert from reality. Then you have Leon, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Leon, thanks for being here. And we have Jamaican Jason Guna in the building. Massive respect. All right. Jeremiah say a big show. Well, tell you what, we'll take our time. We're not really worried because this surprisingly, I've said I'm going to come and do it because I told Bianca, a lady on the channel, that I'm going to try and talk about the Dacosta Cup on Monday. And Monday almost came and went, and I've never completed anything. So tell you what, we're gonna keep on pushing. All right, yeah, man. Reggae needs some finishers. All right, no problem. Then we have Bessas documentary. Check in, massive respect. All right, thanks for being here. All right. Then we have Island Card said, big up JD, Tony, mash up on my side and give them 2-1. But tell you what, why are you guys kind of trying to divert from the problem what we're talking about? I'm learning about you guys. It's okay. I am learning about you guys. It's definitely okay. All right. Yes. So let me add this right on the screen here. So we can start right with the Reggae Girlz. This is not coming from me. This is literally coming from the Gleaner. All right. We are going to go through all the the conversation. Oh my God. Let me share this around so we can get it to the people inside the Discord, and you can join our Discord as well if you want to continue this conversation as well, to give you a take on it. Let me make sure I can get the screens up so I can share it in the Discord. All right. No, no, I know that's what you're doing. I know that's what you're doing. Yes, because you guys all tell me about greatness and all sorts of things. So I know you guys are going to act like you don't want me to talk about what I came here to talk about. 1 second, guys. Let me just share this in the Discord because YouTube dodgy, All right. Yes, so we have to send for a team, Yes. Because people get jiggy when we are around, Yes, so we have to send for a team. All right, so the people know that we are out and stunting. Yeah, man. All right. Anyways, guys, let me go through the article here, and then we can continue this thing. So they said, girls still searching for a fix. Jamaica go down 2-1 to Paraguay in second international friendly. All right. Khadija Shah on the picture there. So they said Jamaica's senior Reggae Girlz failed to make it 2-2 as a flat and lukewarm performance saw them succumb to a 2-1 defeat to Paraguay in their second friendly international contest at the National Stadium. Did you guys saw it as a lukewarm performance? Let me know. All right. Or you think that is just a little stretch? Let me know. Yeah, because lukewarm. I don't know how to explain that the right way to see if it fits because sometimes the star and the gleaner kind of find some takes to say, oh, it is such, but it's not. I think that might be an overstretch. They are okay. They are okay. I think you have to give Paraguay more credit. You have to give Paraguay more credit. That's what I would say. I wouldn't say it's a lukewarm performance because Paraguay, they were defending very hard. All right, very aggressive defending. To be honest, all right, and that's what stopped them from stop them. That's what stopped Jamaica from most of the chances, push them out on the wing in the wing channels, so they can't get any shots off. So I wouldn't say it's a lukewarm performance. I would more to say that it was a performance that that needed extra work, yes, but it was an okay performance. I just think we have to give Paraguay credit. Remember, Paraguay is trying to make the World Cup as well. So people acting like Paraguay not trying to make the World Cup, and it's just a big either team that never that came out and gave a performance, and they never had anything in store, like they never had anything planned. No, this team is structuring themselves to go forward, to do big things. You understand me? That's the main aim of this team, just like how Jamaica trying to queue up themselves because they're already in the group that Paraguay trying to even reach. All right. Yes. So I think we should find ways to give people credit rather than try to take away people credit. All right. So it was not a lukewarm performance to me. I think it was an okay performance from the girl, and pretty much of a spirited one. You know. They were trying out things. They said they're going to come to try out things, right? In which they did. But the things that they tried out, maybe not didn't come out the right way or they wanted, yes, but they're spirited and hope for it. But I want to say that Paraguay, they were up for it a little bit more. Right? That's what I would say, and it never turned out in Jamaica's favor. So I want to give them Paraguay credit. I don't like the lukewarm statement though. Let me hear what people saying. Lukewarm fits to me. Yes. Uh, yeah, I know. Jesse would say the opposite. Yes, Jesse is just the opposite. 3 days. No, you don't want to talk about it, JD. I will talk about it. All right. I came here to talk about what I told people that I'm going to talk about. Okay, big man. Yes. Jamaica missed a lot of goal to be okay. Yeah, fair enough. Liam Price. They were so awful. It seems that they are not learning at all. No, no, no. Island Carter, I think that's a little bit rough. Jamaica's defense is no good. I've been saying that from April. Okay, lukewarm is very much like an okay performance. Lukewarm is better than words to use for a printed article. So I see no problem with that. I know you're going to exactly say the opposite because you want to start a problem to seems like you are the man of words. Yes, so I will prepare for you. Lukewarm is not the statement. That's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to stick with it. All right. Yes. So take it as how you want it, sir. Yes. Anyways, let me continue. Boy, you come here. Want to look fighter. Instant in the morning. Let me open this discard so I can people can join if they do see it fit. All right. Yes. Celsa Sandover 16th and Ramona Martinez 35th gave the 51st rank. Okay, so they're not 49th, they're 51st rank South Americans. And the victory, which will do their confidence a world of good heading into next year's intercontinental playoffs. All right, which we talked about it in yesterday's stream, where their quest for the maiden FIFA Women's World Cup debut continues. And based on what I saw from them, I definitely think they can do so. All right, Captain Khadija Bonisha pulled one back for the girls from the penalty spot in the 61st minute as Lauren Donaldson coached team failed to build on Thursday's dominant showing in the opening contest, which they won 1-0. And that is where I have a problem now, because I don't think it was as dominant as what they were saying. Because even though we had a bad, terrible view of it, in the second half, I would want to say that Paraguay actually dominated 35 minutes out of that game. So you can't say dominate a game when they never dominated 90%, not 70% of the game. The Paraguay could have still won that game, in the second half. Remember this, they scruffled out us, and in the first half we missed a few chances, and then they came out and created some goal mouth actions, and we had to make goal line saves and everything in that 35 minutes. So I would not come out and say Jamaica dominated none of the games. Them, none of the games. Them, we had opportunities just like the same one that we had now. All right, that's the difference. We had opportunities just like we had now. All right, yes, that's the same thing I saw in my estimation. All right, yes, I don't believe that we dominated, not all. All right, because that's the same thing we had said in the live stream. All right, yes, so this is where I think they got it wrong. But definitely Jamaica was the better team. You can say Jamaica was the better team in the game itself because they had the better periods. All right, yes, but not dominating the whole game. No, I never saw that. No, you're not a man of words. You think you're a man of words. That's what I'm telling you. All right, JD, do you think the coach getting the best out of the players? Because when the girls played for their clubs, they play better. But you cannot use that term because we are talking about players that are playing with world class players. Jamaica don't have no world class players. It just Jason and other people would tell you that, but they have no world class players. They have good players on the field, because that was the same argument that they used yesterday to tell me that, oh, the reason why Sam Kerr looks good is because of our supporting cast. Well, Jamaican and a world class player. So either we're not going to take it for that argument, or we're not going to leave it for the next argument. It's either or either. That's what I can't stand with some of these when we have these arguments, because when you pick it, when you sees it fit. So either we don't have enough world class players, simple. You get me? Or we do have world class players. This you decide. You decide. All right. Yes. So based on that, I would say that I don't think Mr. At first we were saying that when they played United States and Canada, oh, you left certain things in reserve because it's those teams that we were strategizing towards the meaningful games that we sure know we can win, which was the actual 80 and the Mexico game. Well, no, it's seen that I don't think that's a situation. I just think Mr. Donaldson is a pretty much of a pragmatic type of coaching. That's what I do believe. I don't think he's a front foot type of coaching that will go out and dominate games and just want to dominate games. I think he's going to always strategize for the best options that he calculated. All right, so I think you're going to get a type of coach like that. At first we thought that, oh, you're doing this because these teams are better than us, and we don't need to waste our energy on that. We need to just prioritize the next games, and we had accepted that. That is definitely true. But what we are looking, when we see teams that are in and above, in and around our pipeline, we start to realize that this is the type of coach he actually is. You get me? So with that said now, look at our squad and see if that's the type of players we do have. The players that can sit down and be calculative to get results. And I want to say that I think no. I want to say that I think no. Yeah, so that is the difference now. That is where I have the problem. JD, Reggae Girlz have a lot of work to do. All right, bless up, bless up. JD, you are so correct. I can understand why so many people think is Jamaica played alone. We don't have enough good players. Well, that's what I think. Jason said, Lauren Conte. Well, we are seeing it, guys. So at first we gave him the benefit of the doubt to say that, oh yeah, it's USA. So we strategize from the USA game, then we move to the next game. All right. No, we realize, oh no, it's not about strategizing to the next game. This is how this man plays. Because now you have we think that you have the best players. All right, at least majority of people in Jamaica think that way. You have the best players, then no problem. And you might just do have the better players, then all right, than Paraguay. but your style of play weren't setting up to use your advantages. Your style of play tried to nullify them, and they jam pack the midfield, and their creative spirit, and their creative in the way they defend from the front in numbers, and how slow we are on the ball naturally, how slow we are. They just pressure us into mistakes. We are talking about 2-1. This game could have easily well end, even though we have so much chances. They have more than it. They were wasteful on around 4, 5, 1 and 3 opportunities. 1 and 3 opportunities. So when we are talking about opportunities that we got, go back and look at the game. They picked us off every single time at the back line. Every single time at the back line. Every time we control a ball to either pass it back to the goalkeeper, or go forward to make a move. That 3 second, it seems like none of the defenders can come out of the 3 second cycle. And the Paraguayan just come on and take the ball off her. And the recovery or a poor pass stop the action there. But the Paraguayan girls, I thought that they played good enough, and they created enough opportunities. So if you're going to count Jamaica's opportunities, I think Paraguay equally up there with us. We have to be honest to ourselves, man. They were pressing us, and they are defending in numbers, and it showcased if we don't have space, we don't genuinely look good. If we don't have space, we don't genuinely look good, because every time they start initiate their press, all sorts of problems started. You get me? Yes. So I think I would agree with the statement that they definitely need work. They definitely need work in order to go places. All right, because they're in a tough group, where in which they could see the same Paraguay here. So that's why I knew it was a good, it was a good it was a good friendly to play, because this is a potential team that you could play in the group. All right, fair enough. But where I think the problem started is when you start talking about, oh wow, why why you go and pick these new players. You said you're trying to find out and fine tune everything. So why bring in so much players? Explain to it a little bit more. I don't think it actually works out, because now you set them back, because I don't think most of them learn much things, and I don't think you're gonna pick the same players them that you brought in as new players. You get me? And that's what I was trying to say. And when you guys said no, give him time because we need more extra help and stuff. Well, that's the same thing, Khadija Shah, and that's the same thing everyone's saying now. But I've said it 2 days ago. You understand me? I've said it 2 days ago. So I think you have to strategize. You can't just bring in players. You have to strategize. And it clearly looks like he doesn't. He never got it well. He never got it good, in my opinion. Because look, for instance, you said you're trying out new players. That means you're trying. So that simply means anywhere you see it fit to put a player. So Wilson can play left back, right? You saw that Danisha Blackwood not playing well in the game. Every single time she got passed. Why not drop that girl there and then bring on one next personnel? Because you change the formation as what he said. He said he saw the problem inside midfield and he changed the formation. So you said that. It's not me said that. All right. Yes. But clearly we have had actually said that when we were live. So we knew that we were on something, because he said the exact thing what we had actually said. All right. Yes. So we knew that we were on something. Right. So why is it you never change those problematic areas, drop back the next personnel, because you already saw Wilson in one game playing the same position, so you know what you are gonna get from her from that position. Where you don't drop her back to the center, left back, and then put on a next player that you're going to bring on regardless. Or you're trying to tell me that you only want to pick persons in designated position. That's a different conversation. I think you're trying to say, trying to have. You want to put persons in designated position. So, for instance, Blackwood, you want to have her as a left back regardless, and then you want to try others in different positions, and that means you're not trying out things. Then you're not trying out things. You're just trying to fill other gaps. Just fill that gap for that spot. Simple. You're not trying to make sure you have a winning combination. You're trying to just fill gaps and force in other personnel inside certain gaps. And I cannot respect that, because that's not exactly what you're saying. Yes, so that is my biggest problem there. I agree with you on that because he's not good enough. And it seemed that we need a different coach in the future for the Reggae Girls. Guys, we have to talk on what we saw. We're not going to be here trying to disrespect the coach. No, we're not doing that. But we have to call it as always saw it. He needs Busby alongside him. All right. Paraguay was passing the ball so easily through the midfield. The reaction time is so slow. Yeah. They're definitely passing it through the midfield and look incredible strong. Incredible strong. We have to give them that, man. I like what they actually came out and did. They control their tempo. They knew they were composed, even though we have quality players, and as what we perceived it to be, they still stuck with stuck by their guns and do their job. And I thought that they did a good job, man. And I like the way they passed the ball. If we could have passed the ball the same way as how they did, I would have felt much comfortable and confident that we could have done something in the group. But we don't have that quality for some reason. I don't know why. Blackwood, Salah and Swabi sisters and Julie Brown, they play good when they play weaker teams. Okay, so you said that yesterday. Yeah, Wilson not getting a minute at left back is the first question I would ask the coach. Yes, but that's what I'm saying. You said you're trying out things, but yet still a player. You literally said you saw the problem, and you know what I love, Jason? He said the same thing that we said at halftime. So that means you saw the problem, and you said you tried to correct the problem, but you tried to correct the problem with still leaving the main culprit of the situation out on the left back side. So you're just trying to correct the midfield side then. So you're trying to look to stop certain gaps. That's what I'm saying. You're not trying to overall find a winning solution. You're trying to just plug certain gaps. So the central defensive midfielder not working out good because she maybe can tackle but she can't progress the ball. Or she maybe can progress the ball but she can't tackle. You understand, one or the other? These are the things that I'm talking about. You get me? So you try to fix that side, but well, to tell you what, not care how much problematic it will be, and you will still see that girl there based on what you do. Because just as though you have my boy for England, when he tried certain people, he never played Tony, so he couldn't play him. He couldn't pick him for the World Cup because he never saw scenarios where in which you pick the player. And you have to have scenarios where in which you pick the player for you to envision him in your system. Well, if you're not having the player playing at left back, and then maybe Jody Brown comes in, Trudy Carter comes in, the player will go to the bench. It's very simple. The player will go to the bench because you never put her at a left back slot. You're going to try her inside the main event. I think that's a last cause there. All right. Wouldn't that be too many edge chef in the kitchen? If Busby, oh, I don't know. And it seems the coach is blind when play other team. They always attack at Blackwood position. But he said it. He said it in again. I've listened to the what you call it. I've listened to the post match thing, which we're gonna try and play. And I've heard it all. I've heard it all. And he seems to understand something, but he seems to not acting on what he claimed that he understood. You understand me? And that is where my problem lies. All right. Yes. So, anyways, I just wanted to make sure we put those out. All right. Yes. So I think they have a lot of work to do, a lot of work to do, and I thought that they had a lot of work to do from before. It's just personals always come in the chat. They don't really watch the things, and they think that they know everything, and they think if we say that, say otherwise from what they're talking about, we are eating on the specific the team, which I don't know if that makes sense because when the coach come out and say the same thing as what we are saying, it's hard to say that we're eating on a team. But tell you what, those same persons that saying that we're eating on a team, they are not listening to what the coach saying later. So they are not even going to come and give your flowers for how you assessed the situation at the time because he said the same thing that was actually happening in midfield and why he made the complete change. But anyways, I saw that Mr. Jason is inside the chat, and I don't. I think we might still run the stream later because we have to talk about the Dacosta Cup coming up. So we this might still pass an hour, if not go to the 2 hours. So it don't really matter. As you come in, make sure to smash the like button. As what we said, share and subscribe. Okay. Get way to 50 likes very fast. We are already 25 minutes in the stream, so we're not trying to pressure you and tell you about it, like, but we have to drop our points them first because that is important. All right. So we see Jason already in the chat. What are you saying, Jason?
Yeah, big up JD. I just wanted to ask you, what exactly is the issue with them using the word lukewarm? I don't understand why that bother you so much.
Jason, I've said what I said about it. I'm not going to go down the level of you trying to go in a wordsmith and what you think lukewarm is. I said I think they were better. I just think that them not assessing the game good, because it's always like a Jamaica Lona play. That is where my problem lies. If you had given the opponent credit, you would have said that the girl them still try. But it's still try and not good enough. It's two different things. You understand me? So if the next team is 50-50 with you, and you're going at your best creating chances, but you're just not the best defensive team, you're not the best passing team, it's still you're at your best. So that would not consider as lukewarm. It would have been a good performance, but the next team does match your 50-50 and exposing your weaknesses. So that would not be lukewarm. That would be a good performance, but the next team was just good and maybe better than you on the night. You see where I'm coming from now? That is the word.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the word. Mr. Word Smith. That is where I was coming from. So I wanted to challenge that.
Okay, no problem.
Because me
No problem.
twist it up for you. Me I twist it up for you.
No, when you when you break it down that way, that makes more sense, right? But the reason why I was kind of not understanding was you said that you would class it as an okay performance, which by definition, lukewarm is okay. So I'm just not I don't know why the word threw you off so much, because what you described in their performance was not their best, but not their worst, which would be okay.
No, it would be over okay. It was over okay because they created enough chances, would have considered way more than okay or over okay. I just believe that
No, do you think the first game was a better performance than the second?
No.
You think we played better in the second game?
We actually played better in the second game. Because remember, we had played consistent. We had been a consistent threat right throughout the 90 minutes. The last one, we played for 35 minutes to 40 minutes, then shut off for the last 5 minutes, then never returned until 70, 80 minutes in the game. Remember, that's how it goes, because remember in that second half, they could have easily well gone 1-2 up on Jamaica in the second half, in the first leg, You get me? And because that was a consistent press, and we couldn't break the press. We couldn't break the press at all. So if you got missing for 35 minutes in a game and you're in the next game 90 minutes, always creating chances or half chances, I want to say, based on what I saw, it was better. And they never moved the ball what better in none of the games. So what I'm seeing now, they are not as good as passing the ball, clearly, because we saw them in qualifying, and then we saw them here. So they are not going to be this swashbuckling side and this high pressing side. I don't think Jamaica's team is that. So we have to start figure ways how to go with our strength rather than trying to make up things, and let the process take longer.
So you knowing that we probably don't possess the players to have a swashbuckling, pressing, passing style.
Mm-hmm.
Do you then not have to have a bit more understanding with how London and Sullivan is making them play? Even if we're playing a team that maybe we should perhaps be passing against more, he's just thinking of how can we get results in the World Cup?
Mm-hmm.
And him knowing that, what is the point of him implementing a pressing, passing style if we're going to go to the World Cup and we can't do that against the teams we're going to play against?
Fair enough. What you have to say about good point. But look what he did in the second game. He tried to press them, That's what he came out trying to do, That's why he had so much space in the midfield, That's what he actually tried, and realized that the players that he has on the field can't press them. And that's why the ear gaps start happening and exposing over the left hand side, and the one that should drop off to be the deeper one that might be the tackler, always out of position. He was trying to press them. That's what he was trying to do. He actually said it. You understand me? So stop trying these things that you know you can't pull off, because that's what I think. Because when I heard Bonisha, so listen to Bonisha and listen to him, and you get to realize that maybe people start realizing that we cannot fulfill certain things in the time span that we have. Maybe if the World Cup was 2 year out and you're gonna get 7, 8 friendlies, and you could rely on this what you call it, federation to get to a friendly and get with 7, 8 friendlies, we could have set a pattern that we can start injecting passing fluid football in the system. But I don't think they can do it. And he tried to do it a few times, and every single time they tried it against smaller teams, both him and the next coach, it just don't work. So I agree with not going that direction. But he's still trying that as well. So it's confusing to me what they really want. You get where I'm trying to come from, or not?
Yes, man. Yes, man. I'm following you. I'm following you. I just want us as a fan base to perhaps listen to what you just said about he has tried to play that style a few times now, and it never really comes off like it's gonna work. So when he does then play the more pragmatic approach or system, we then can turn around as fans and be upset with the style of play.
No.
Because yeah, I think we need to be more mindful of maybe this coach is looking at it like we need results, and I think this is the best way to get results. Is it going to be the prettiest thing in the world? No. But we're not at the level to play pretty football. We're just not. So
facts.
Is he my question is he doing the right thing, taking a pragmatic approach? Because it seems like it's going to garner us the better chance of a result.
I think so because we have to look at your strength players right now. What we saw from Jody Brown in the World Cup coming up, it was not the best performance. She looked fast as how she is fast. Her skills, them when in close combat, she don't it's not successful. You understand me? So if you want to spread the because what you're doing, when you have players that have certain qualities, skills, and close control, and can take on players one-on-one, you can go more expansive, right? She never really did a good job in none of the games. Them Trudy Carter was actually on the next wing, right? That's how it works. So Trudy Carter, Shaw, and Jody Brown would have rotated. Jody Brown never really live up to the billing, and Trudy Carter over one side, and we never had Cameron, so we never had that extra personnel to offer that speed. You get me? At least consistent speed enough to spread the pitch wide. If that's not working, you can't keep the position, the formation going. You have to just go back to what works. You go to a vocal point, you drop Trudy Carter attacking midfielder, use the big forward, which is Shaw. And then you have a midfield that is much more defensive and trying to get what's best, which is getting to the forward player. That's all, you don't need to make it difficult, because I think that's what the girl them sound to me. I think it's getting overcomplicated, and things not completing in time. They are not seeing themselves being there. And that's why I asked you a valid point the last time. Said, yo, Jason, you think this makes sense bringing so much players at this point? And believe me, that it sounds confusing to all of them about the amount of players coming in, because players coming in to try and make the team now. So how much more games you're gonna have before the World Cup? Remember, we're already in November, So December next year, and then the next year, You get me? And then pretty much a World Cup here. So how much more friendlies you're gonna get, knowing that a Jamaica federation you're playing for? How much friendlies you think you're gonna get, knowing that a Jamaica federation you're playing for? You get me?
Well, I think that's a part of the reason why the coach made sure to implement new players in this window, because he's looking at it thinking, how many more opportunities like this will we have? And it's a damned if I do, damned if I don't, because there were many fans, including myself, that looked at the qualifiers and said this team needs some some new blood in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to implement some new blood in these friendlies. And now we're upset that he's bringing new players. So I don't understand when he would. So basically, he would have just had to say, look, these players got us through to the qualifying. And we're going to the World Cup. I'm going to stick with the same players. But then the
No,
fans would be unhappy saying we
no,
need to
no,
change.
no,
So
no. But identify the spots them that you think you have problems. Bring in those players because you don't have much time, because you want to see the next persons them that you are faith in, that will that simply means they are going to reach further in their development because you are going to get more time with them. But not bringing less and then bringing more people that has to fit in. And that is my problem there. Unless you're telling me that the team is not good to no level and you needed all of these people to make a even a remote chance in the group. Maybe you need to just come out and say that, then, and people understand and take it from there. But I had no problem with him bringing in players, but not too much, not too much, and bring
and
back.
again, JD, if we look at the players that were used in these two games, right?
Mm-hmm.
More than half of them played in the qualifiers.
Yes,
so this notion that there's so many new players in there is just false. It's
no,
literally five.
no, Jason, you're saying it's false. But look, Wilson in the team. Let me go back to the starting lineup to tell you how much difference, because that's the thing. 11 people on the field, Jason. So when you say it's just false, that's the problem now. So me go show you. No,
go ahead and say the name.
Jason, hold on, man. Me just give you the thing for the two games. Me go for one game first and show you how it end up. 1 second, let me get you the starting lineup here. 1 second, where's the starting lineup? All right, so this is the starting lineup. So Rebecca Spencer, Malika Days, she is pretty much new in this lineup. She weren't one of the starters, none at all. Right. Chantel Swaby, Alison Swaby, Danisha Blackwood. Danisha Blackwood had started, even she weren't playing well. Havana Salon, Kayla McKenna is new in the starting lineup. She weren't in it as well. Drew Spence.
Kayla McKenna didn't start yesterday.
No, man, at the starting lineup, me I read out in a big man.
Well, I watched the game. Kayla McKenna was not on the field.
All right, no, that's the starting lineup. Them literally put out, so we have to work with what them put out. Let me go.
So you're going to trust the JFF?
But me, Jason, guys, let me know if whenever I've not official screen for say they may put up the names, so we know say the names them. That's exactly what took place. We never got the official screen, so tell you what, we are going to let me put up it right here. So I'm in the talking Jason, the man them put up them thing. So let we have a conversation and what them put up there. If you say never saw McKenna up on the field, okay, no problem. Me no know McKenna. Me have a trust to what them I say. I'm gonna learn the name of the people. Them. Me not gonna tell us I know everything, but all of the players.
It's just surprising that you would take the JFF word over mine, because
me not taking the JFF word over yours at all. I am just saying this is what they put out there. So me that try argue the point of who you have out there. At least that was the intention. That the team sheet come out. So me put up the team sheet right now. Let's put the team sheet, because all right. So that is a team sheet, guys. So based on the team sheet, you have Wilson, McKenna, Days, Wilson, McKenna, Days, in the starting lineup there. That itself, at 3 players out of 11, Jason, no matter what we are gonna say, 3 players out of 11, for start something, you're not gonna get the same fluidity in it. You get me? And if you look at the changes that made as well, it's not like everybody will come on, the person that might come from in the same system. Like the previous system coming on, like we call up a Kiki, and they are the one coming in to try to strengthen the same system, so the next persons can learn to learn what they were doing in the World Cup qualifiers. You're not getting that. You have new players coming in on top of new players coming out, with some of the old players them coming in. So you can see the problem there, because Matthews weren't there, Buckley weren't there, Brooks weren't there, Ailey's weren't there. Plummer just came in back right, but I would assume that she don't know the system just the same, because there's a new coach back at it now, and he might have different ideas. Jones coming in, so that's Jones, Plummer, Matthews, Buckley, Brooks, Eels, and 3 other persons. Jason, a whole heap of people, that man. We are telling Jason.
Yes, but the players that weren't there needed to be replaced, right? Trudy Carter. Why wasn't Trudy Carter there? Does anyone know the reason?
I don't know the reasons, but clearly it looks like it's some of them were just left out because you know why? We never heard them say it flat out, but based on how they're talking and how the captain talking is like she upset about the situation, like people come in for make the team. She never say, oh, she never make it sounds like I just and never can't the person them can't make it. She try complain say we need consistency, so we have more like the familiar face them. And so it sound to me, So some know oh she would have known say them they were busy at schools and all sort of things and then still upset. You understand me? You would have just understand that okay, it's the situation and we have to take it as it is and we have to go out and represent this time, and the next time we would have had our strong so-called team. That's how it would have sound. But both of the interviews, she not sound that way at all, Jason. She sound like she kind of not really happy about how it sets up. And it gave me the belief to say that, okay, it looks like some of these people were just not selected. This was the opportunity, as what you said, to find new players, because that's exactly what he said. This was the opportunity to look at new players.
Yes, and I'm saying of the new players that he actually looked at, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a 23 girl squad, I believe, or 24. And of the players that actually played, only Days, Wilson, Matthews, Rachel Jones, and McKenna are quote unquote new players.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6 players out of 24. And again, if he's going to be looking for some new players to add, would you want him to look at less than 6? I mean, 6 out of a 24 squad is not a huge number. And especially when you factor in that Jody Brown couldn't come, so someone had to fill her spot. I don't know the story about Trudy Carter, right? But clearly Trudy Carter is one that's going to be on the plane based on the coaches using her in every important game for the past 2 years, right? So that means out of those 6, potentially only 4 of them are going to actually make the team, and maybe none. So I'm just saying, I don't see the big deal. I understand Khadija was upset for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, Khadija, you have to understand, when the World Cup starts, there'll be no time to look at players. So there had to be a window when we do that. And this was the one. And people are going overboard saying it was too many changes. Of the starting 11 yesterday, only 2 of them were new. Only 2.
Well,
because McKenna didn't start.
Well, may I tell you, who is the starter instead of McKenna?
McCoy.
McCoy started instead of McKenna. That's what he said. All right.
Yes.
I'm going to look back at the video and try and find it. I will go back to the start.
Where's number 8? And when you see the first half, he was number 8.
Well, I am looking at the squad, and we have to just work with what them give we here, but we are gonna look at it and reaffirm two still with the people on the bench. Is still a lot of changes. That's all I'm saying. People out here, well, hold on, let me just get the comment section because we still want to patch the next one, and we already gone an hour. But damn, this time can just run fast. DJ Geeks, big up yourself. JD, I disagree with you on that. First game they played better, and the second game is awful. Okay. Damien, for McGregor, massive respect. Kayla is Mackay. All right. If Kayla is Mackay, go down to 2. No, it's not about taking anybody work. We need defenders and a number 9. And the coach still a look at wingers. Okay. Thanks for the subscription, Andre Thompson. Travis, massive respect. Thanks for being here, big boss. McKenna is not new. Okay. Kayla is not new. No, and you say Matthews is not new. Was on maternity leave. But guys, we have a new coach. We had an old coach before. We have a new coach, and some of these players weren't under none of these 2 coaches. So you have to call it as new because the new the system we're talking about. He's talking about the system.
I know, JD. what the chat is saying, I purposely left Wilson in the new group, even though I know she played for Jamaica already, because
Yes.
I understand she's new to this system. So I wasn't even counting her.
That's how I do it. When I said new, I'm talking about new to the system, because if
Yes,
you never play
and
and none of the
I
coaches
agree
them,
with that.
you can't say come
I
in
agree
and
with
you're an old player. You're old to
Yes,
Jamaica.
I
You know,
agree.
yeah, we
I
can't
agree.
hold a reason a
Yeah,
big boss. Yes, but based off that, all I'm saying is I just believe that 75% of your team have to stay the same if you claim that you're trying to get cohesion going. This 50% of your team from the last set of games them and 55 and 60 maximum, I think that's not gonna roll well. Even if the starting 11 are the same. Can you know what, Jason? You remember what them doing in the second leg? Them pick out 5-6 players. And as them take out 5-6 players, Paraguay just run on upon them without no respect. You understand me? So you can clearly see that these persons don't just not taking towards the system of the coach, because they've just brought on a new one, them, and them not holding up toward not holding up like how the older one held up towards the pressure of the Paraguayan girls. You get me? Luckily, they still won it in the end, but not won it because they were dominant like before when they just started the game. You get me? So you can clearly see when he takes off certain players, it takes an effect on the team. You get me? So that's why I
yes,
would
it
say
definitely when he made
75%.
subs,
So
when he made the subs in
mhm.
the first game, it was clear it took like 15-20 minutes for them to even figure out what is going on.
um
But towards the end of that game with those subs, they looked just fine. So again, the sample size is so small. Two 90-minute games is not a lifetime. You understand? So, there's a lot to work on, but I don't think it's all doom and gloom like some are making it seem.
Jamaican travels. We are talking two new in the start 11. That's a lot. If you're specifically saying you're working on certain things, and then you make 5, 6, no 3, 4 out of 5, 6 more changes. So it becomes a lot of people on the field that never really knew how your system works. You get me? So that's what we're talking about. We're talking as a collective. All right. Yes. So, anyways, that's where we're gonna chop off the Reggae Girlz. Hope all the best for them. Hopefully, they can get the necessary information out there to get the job done. I know it's going to be tough, as what we clearly saw there. Yes, but we're just gonna run through a few of the games for the Schoolboy, and then we wrap up. All right. Yes. Then we wrap up the conversation, all right? Because we wanted to make sure we do this. Hopefully, Brianna that asked for this video saw it, all right? We never really scheduled to come here, but we comfortable to come at any time, because obviously we are having discussion, all right? So Brianna hopefully see it now, and we did put half of the video on the Schoolboy football as well, all right? So anyways, we have two groups at this point. We have two groups at this point, all right, and we're gonna just go through the games that will be playing tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 15th, already 15th for me, but the 15th in Jamaica. You have Mannings versus Manchester, and that will be played. You have Frome versus William Nib, will be played as well. Dintil versus Clarendon College will be played. Yes, so those are the three games I'm seeing. One second, let me see if we have more. All right, so yeah, yes, you have four games, and then you have Edwin Allen versus Central here. So you will have four games playing tomorrow. All right, four games, and that simply means everyone inside the groupings will be playing. All right, yes. So Jason, based on what you saw, guys, once you're in here, make sure to smash the like button and get us up there with the likes. All right. Yes. So and if you're new, definitely subscribe. Based on what you saw, Jason, we have some games coming up. Manchester versus Mannings. That's one. Who you looking at to win that one based on what you saw?
So this is the top of the table clash. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, look, that statement that Mannings make cannot be overlooked. For them to put 6-1 up in a part of the competition where the games have been all tight, other than that,
Mm-hmm.
definitely shows that they are peaking at the right time. So I think that Manning's train continues to roll. I don't think it will be as wide a margin, but I can see them coming out victorious by a 3-1 margin.
3-1. All right, all right. Um, I think it's going to be challenging because Manchester look like a team that keeps getting better with the competition. So maybe you factor that in, and that's why I said 3-1 because you're saying that uh, maybe you're saying that Manning's on a roll. Yes, but I think it might just be close. I still think Manning's could win it. Win the game, but I am going for a draw. I think this Manchester team will create and they're going to defend well. And in midfield, they seem, at least for the clips, guys, because remember, well, sometimes we barely see clips of these guys. You get me? We have to look at some cell phone images and stuff, and it, come off the best sometimes. So at least we still a try give you what we saw. I think Manchester will surprise people in this one. I think I'm going for a draw. Manchester versus Mannings. Even though Manning's coming off of a big win. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. But I'm going for a draw.
Yeah, that result wouldn't necessarily shock me, especially, a lot of times when a team has such a big win like that, it's almost automatic that there's going to be a little letdown the next game. So I wouldn't be shocked, but I think in the end, I think Manchester, as you say, will come up the better team to begin with, but I think Mannings gets it together and pulls away towards the end. So I wouldn't be shocked at a draw, but I still think Mannings are going to win. So I'll say 3-1 still.
All right, so yeah, it's fair enough. And I have no problem with people favoring Mannings. You get me? Yeah, man, we're good. We're good, man. Big up, Owen. Big up, Jamaican. Jamaica, just listen, man. If I've said it to you, and you come back again and still ask, two in the starting 11 is a lot, and I've never said that to you. I've literally explained what we're having the conversation, and then you come with the same statement after. I don't know what to say to you. All right. So big up Umzo, Jamaican, and Owen in the building. All right. So definitely Mannings will come out as the favorites, style favorites, because you have to give them respect. They have done well, so you want to give them the respect there. All right. Yes. And then you have William Nib at this point. Both of these teams are not on any points. Taking on Froome. This is a toss up. What say you on this? You think that based on the fact that Froome got 6, you would automatically say that they are gonna lose this one, or you think it's just a close one to decide? One second, maybe let me see if Jason is still here. Okay, maybe he's busy. For me, I would still favor William Nib, because what I saw from them, which I got enough chance to see their videos. Yes, they're an organized team, but obviously the teams that they were organized against were smaller teams. Definitely, when they came into the bigger leagues, the Dintils and those teams really exposed them a lot. All right, yeah, but I think this time around, they are going to keep it together against Froome. And obviously, Froome will want to come out to right their wrongs because they got embarrassed the last time. Um, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think psychological damages might just get them a loss in this game as well. So I will go with William Nib, just to come third in this group. I think it was a difficult group, so coming third is still some good. Do some good for their moral at this point, and obviously they will have other competition to participate in, so maybe that can help them. So I would go with William Nib having the advantage here. I don't know what about Jason. Jason might be in there, but remember he's working, so maybe he's a little bit busy. Like up the live. No man, once you come in, you hit the like, but this is not a problem. Remember, this is not a planned live. This is we just come in live because of one of our personals said to us that we should come live and talk about Dacosta Cup. So want to just drop this in and let people have the chance to get it, Yes. So tomorrow we can relax and then come back in the night to do the preview, which people expected us to come and do. All right. Yes. Then you have this group now, Clarendon College. And at this point, Dintil is in second spot based off the goal difference. All right, Edwin Allen and 3 points, but less goal difference. All right, so you will have Clarendon College going up against Dintil, right? All right, you will have Clarendon College going up against Dintil. Jason, you're still here?
Yes, sorry, I missed
No, man,
one, I
that's
think, but that's
okay.
okay. We can continue.
Yeah, that's a different game. And maybe you're not feeling that game so much. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. All right, so yeah,
No, that's the thing. Me don't want nobody fans think me not business about them team, So let me let me let me be fair. Let me be fair. So you just did the From William Nib, right?
yes.
Okay, so I think that game is a bounce back for From. I know they just got defeated heavily,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that they are going to win this game 1-0.
What? See, you're going for From, all right. So just went for From, all right. Good,
Yes.
no problem, no problem. CC Dintil, CC Dintil, and then the final one, and then we can pretty much close off. So we do our hour that we wanted to achieve. Yes. So Dintil
Yeah,
versus
so
CC. Let me hear.
wow. All right. So this game right here, where is Warren here? All right. So CC versus Dintil. Now this
It's on
game,
the
this
screen.
game,
Didn't CC CC in a commanding position here. So even if
yes, right
CC
now
lost this one
CC,
three, oh my, no, Why, Jason?
not necessarily, they
No,
don't want to
no,
really
no.
lose to this. Yeah. Um.
Yes.
Look, I think this game, I think CC in the end will be a bit too much for them.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Dintil will put up a good fight though. I can see them maybe getting 2 goals in this game,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Clarendon College still edges it by 2 goals. So I'll say 4-2 Clarendon.
4-2 Clarendon. Yes, I love CC, but yeah, me didn't tell but I think CC will have to win it because they if they do go out and lose this 1-0, Dintil will go above them as the leader, and then Central, it's all up to what you'd have to leave it into someone else on hands, and you
Yeah,
don't
they
want to
don't
do
want
that.
a chance now.
Yes,
Yeah, no.
because Edwin Allen will might just beat Central and beat them by 1 goal would put them on a +2 right there. You understand me? And you would have dropped down after conceding to a +2 as well. So if Edwin had scored 2 goals and you loses to Dintil just by 1 goal, you're out. So I think that is a tough position to take at this point. So I think that will put CC on their guards and don't want to lose the game. The worst thing they would want in this game is a draw. You understand me? Because at the same time, you want to make sure your players them stay fit and everything, but you don't want to be out of the competition because it's irrelevant. If you're out of the competition and your players them fit, I guess you're gonna have a bunch of fit players. with no more games to spare. You get me? So you have to decide. You have to decide there. All right, yeah, man. So I would agree that CC will be taking it serious, and I think they would be the one going through. And then you have Edwin Allen here. Edwin Allen versus Central. Who you going with, Jason? So then I will know how it work out for you because it all depends on what you're saying now. Who you going with? Hold on. Look at Jason gone. All right. So Central versus Edwin Allen. I even though we are Iron Central, I think Edwin Allen will take it. They will take it, and that's where I am having a lot of problems. That's why I said I think CC has to go out and get 9 points. Or at least 7 points. You get me? Because I think this group will come down to the wire, Because if Dintel ever pull it off, oh my days, I think you could see CC dropping out. I'm very sorry. All right. I know a lot of you guys are not here. So the CC fans them cannot complain. But when you watch this re-upload, which is gonna be an hour. So when you watch it up maybe tomorrow, then you have to give me a take on it. Yes. This is a tough group because I think Edwin will beat Central. And that in itself will put them up there with a +2 goal difference. All right. So CC cannot lose this game in the second cannot lose the game against Dintil, and Dintil is a team that finishes strong, all right, and they will give it their all because they have nothing to lose. It's either. You get me? So Dintil, CC has to play their heart out. I'm gonna try my best to see if I can see this game, all right, and then we can come back and talk on it. So I will still go CC winning it, But just the fact that I think Edwin will win it, I think the group will be very, very tight and problematic. All right. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section when you're rewatching this one. All right. We have split it in half, give you some Dacosta Cup information and also some information in relation to the Reggae Girlz. Obviously, they have actually played, so we had to talk about that. All right. So if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe, definitely share, and just have a good one. All right. Yeah, man. So take care. Let me big up everyone. Drea, Omzo, Owen, Jason, Jamaican Youth, Positive Vibes, Danica, and all Big Boss, Island Card, Red Cross in check-in, Travis check-in, all right, DNA, Damian, big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. And we have DJ Gigs start checking from the other day early with Chris Smith checking very early. So massive respect, guys. We have gotten this out of the way. So tomorrow, make sure to join us. We are going to schedule that earlier so you can get to see it. For the other games them coming up and detailing how it went and maybe look at what the other games them entails in the future. All right. Yes. So we're gonna do that for one video and then we are gonna go on a little break for the Manning Cup thing and then we'll go on the World Cup thing. All right. So yeah, man, because we have to put in everything, but we're trying to structure it that you can understand. So peace out, guys. Take care. Stay safe yet again.